Hello and welcome to Simple Rockets 2. This video is very essential. It shows, in my opinion, the most beautiful magical trick in vizzy programming in Simple Rockets 2. Initially, I was making my first episode on how to go to the moon, and the first episode was about how to time your launch window and make it automatically wraps time. So let's go to the program and show you what I have here. Just one line program showing the magical trick. This is it. The input. It comes from the craft information, the input, and then you select what input you want the information from. So basically, when you're controlling your craft, even without the vizzy programming, you're not controlling it directly, you're controlling it through the autopilot. It's like fly-by-wire. And then the autopilot adjusts the amount of force required if it's a capsule or the amount of RCS required. So what I have here is just display, this is a join line, the pitch input, and then the value. This 100 divide 100 is just to get a simple reading on the screen because pitch is going to be a very long fraction. Now let's go and explain this. Alright, so now we have our craft here. The pitch input, as you see, is 0. The heading is not locked at anything. Now let's point it a little bit to the east. You see the value is changing like 0.61 and minus 0.61, and take it to the west, it's in positive 5.8. The pilot legs is towards the east, so no, I'm sorry, toward the west. When the value is negative, this means the craft, whether it's a rocket or plane, is trying to pitch up. And if it's in positive, that means it's trying to pitch down. So what's the use of this? Let's suppose you have a satellite and you want to launch when that satellite is overhead. So when the satellite is overhead and you're locked to it, the value is going to be 0. Right now it's locked to the direction that I chosen, so let's remove it. It's 0. Now let's lock to the target. So the value is 1. So if you put a line saying that if the value of the input became 0, then start your launch, then there you go. So the maximum value is 1 and the least value is -1. Let's see here, that's why it doesn't matter if it's here at this point, I don't know if you can see it or not, or more to the east, it will still be 1. But that's about the angle when it starts to reduce. Okay, let me just speed it up a little bit. That's enough. Okay. 0.2, 0.1, and so on. When the angle is 0, boo, launch. You can do it in another way. If you use command chip and that command chip is connected to rotors or hinge rotors, you can aim your command chip to a certain direction and then measure how much or how many degrees the bearing of that direction. That's also one thing you can do with this option. So right now you might feel that it's useless, but in the next video for the first episode of explaining how to go to Luna automated, you're going to see that this is very useful and I couldn't have done it without it, and I don't think anyone can do it without it. So that's it for now. There you go, negative value pointing downward. That's the east. Thank you for watching.